Hi, my name is Paula.
Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson.
Hey, my name is Cy Williams.
I am extrusion supervisor. I've been working at Hedro for about 10 years now. The reason I like working at Hedro is for the challenges and the opportunities to step up. I first started off in packing, and I was able to move myself up within the first 5 years. I believe it's a great place to work at.
I've been working here since 2011. I really like working for this company here. The department I work in here is dye repair. I've been a dye corrector for like maybe 4.5 years. I love it. I love the people. When we work here, we work safe. We work together as a unit.
I work here at Hedro approximately 4 months now. I am the plant machinist. Everybody I work with is fantastic. Total mutual respect with all the employees around here. A lot of people are 45-year employees, so to have a company with that many people that are 20, 30, and 40 years, they have to be doing something right.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems. With a corporate office in Yankton and 9 service centers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our smart trailer line. SureCo's smart trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament on KYNT and KYNTV. This coverage is brought to you by Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, SureCo, DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, Hedro, First Dakota National Bank, Olson's Pest Technicians, Truxedo, and Yankton Thrive. Now let's go live to Riverside Field in Yankton.
Back to back like the cover of Lethal Weapon. It's the championship game of the 2023 American Legion State Tournament. Harrisburg Gold against Brookings. Post 74, the Bandits out of Brookings. I'm Braden Butler, joined by Tell Tanner.
The other half of the Lethal Weapon cover.
Are you Glover or are you Gibson?
I don't know. Which one are you?
I always want to be Mel Gibson. I love Braveheart.
All right, I'll take Glover. That's fine.
All right, Danny Glover. Anyway, you were the most Danny Glover I've ever seen. You're like 5'10", maybe $160. Anyway, I digress. You need to find a different cover, Josh. I swear, they're back-to-back on one of them. Anyway, I digress. I'm Braden Butler, Tell Tanner. We're in the booth for this state title game between Harrisburg Gold and Brookings, post 74. Tell, we just finished a sensational game between Brookings and Sioux Falls East. Brookings, the number 4 overall seed, continuing their revenge tour. They fell to Sioux Falls East 14-4 earlier in this tournament. 10-run ruled. Guess I can't say that 5 times fast. But that revenge tour has taken them through the team that beat them all the way to the state title game. But they are meeting Harrisburg Gold, who has only fallen once so far into this tournament. And that was last night against this same Brookings team. And what was also a thriller, it feels like every game so far that either some combination of Brookings or Harrisburg Gold has been involved, every day one of those teams is having a sensational game.
It's been a lot of fun the last couple of days. You know, we've had a lot of good games, as you just said. And today is the first time where we get a doubleheader for one of these. Brookings is about to play back-to-back. And we got a little bit of a break in between, and the most important part of the day so far, I got to go get me a hot dog. And that is what I'm going to contribute to this, is my talk about hot dogs and ballparks. Because is there anything better on a hot July day on a championship weekend than eating a hot dog and watching a baseball game, Braden?
There's nothing more American than a hot dog while watching a baseball game.
There's not.
But also, we should be clear, peek behind the curtain to the fans. You went down there to get a hot dog, said the line's too long, came back up here and said, hey, Josh, can you go get me this hot dog? We got to be ready for our broadcast.
Yeah, because we were live. That's how we do it. We always do that.
We're coming live.
We literally have a specific runner for this. This is not a new thing on this tournament.
No,
this has been there for all 15 games. Do not put that out there.
I'm not trying to throw you under a bus. I'm just saying give Josh Bolter his flowers. Thank you for everything, Josh. He's running camera.
I tried
Bryce
to give him
Ladwig.
$1. He wouldn't take it.
Oh.
I tried to give him one of those Josh Bolter dollars back.
He needs some back.
He
owes Bryce like 39 of them. Anyway, Bryce Ladwig, our KYNT sports director, going to be producing us today, making sure we're on the air, making sure graphics go up and down, cameras are flipping the way they need to be. He's mission control right now. Thank you for everything you've done this week, Bryce, either on the broadcast or for the broadcast. Brookings and Harrisburg Gold. One of these teams will be crowned a state champion. One will etch their name in history. Harrisburg Gold will take their first state title, or Brookings, post 74, will take their second ever, their first since 2012. We got a great game in store for you here for the American Legion State Championship game in Yankton. This is KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. Tell Tanner to my right. We're in the booth for this one. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to take a more in-depth look at this matchup.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems in North America. With a corporate office in Yankton, South Dakota, 9 service centers, dozens of equipment manufacturers, and hundreds of dealers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our Smart Trailer line. SureCo's Smart Trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. Open your tarp, swing your auger into place, and open your trailer hopper from a single remote. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
We are back here, First Dakota National Bank pregame show here on KYN TV. State title matchup between Brookings, Post 74, and Harrisburg Gold, Post 45. These two teams looking to earn a state championship. It'd be the second in history for Post 74 out of Brookings. It'd be the first for Harrisburg Gold. Brookings, their only state title, came back in 2011, so it's been an 11-year hiatus for them from a state championship. As I mentioned, this is the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. First Dakota National Bank, great banking is built on trust, and trust takes time. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. First Dakota National Bank. Take a look at how Harrisburg Gold got here. We'll also talk about Brookings as we previewed them before the last game, but it's always nice to have a reminder. Harrisburg Gold started with a 6-2 victory over Aberdeen post 24. They followed that up with a 16-4 victory over the host team Yankton post 12. Harrisburg Gold will then be the first lower seed to beat a higher seed in Game 11 of this state tournament as they defeated the top seeded Sioux Falls East 3-2. That taking place Thursday night. That was the final game on Thursday night. Harrisburg Gold will then fall to Brookings last night 12-9 before making their way to this game. Winner take all against those Brookings Bandits from post 74. Looking at Brookings, we'll talk about them again. 5-4 victory over post 22 out of Rapid in Game 1. They followed that up with a 14-4 loss to Sioux Falls East. Battling back through the elimination bracket, Brookings beat Renner 13-3. And then, of course, earned that victory last night, 12-9 over Harrisburg Gold to advance to championship Saturday. Coming off a 4-3 victory over Sioux Falls East, not even 30 minutes ago, the final out of that ball game. They're still loose, warmed up, ready to go. Harrisburg themselves has been getting warmed up. Be interested to see who each team puts out on the mound, who each team brings to the starting lineups for this ball game. We'll have those in just a little bit as we officially have the lineup sheets. Got to get those written down and everything else. We'll be back in a couple minutes on KYN TV for the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. We have Harrisburg Gold, Brookings Post 74 state title matchup. Doesn't get better than this. This is the American Legion State Tournament here in Yankton. You listen to KYN TV. Back in a couple minutes.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hydro Extruded Solutions. Hydro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hydro.com.
We are aluminum.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems in North America. With a corporate office in Yankton, South Dakota, 9 service centers, dozens of equipment manufacturers, and hundreds of dealers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our Smart Trailer line. SureCo's Smart Trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. Open your tarp, swing your auger into place, and open your trailer hopper from a single remote. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
Welcome back in here, KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. Joining me is Tell Tanner. Tell, these two teams got a lot of history in this tournament so far. Big game between the two of them last night. You were on the call for that one. Ended 12-9 in favor of Brookings. Kept their title hopes alive. And now we get the rematch. One of these teams will be crowned state champion. The other one will be the runner-up. winner take all in this final game on KYN TV. Let's talk about that game last night between these two teams and break down what we're looking for heading into this one.
Yeah, so that one ended 12-9 final the last time these two teams met. We'll go through it. It started off very even, both teams putting up 2 runs in the first inning. After that, the separation started. Harrisburg led after 2, 5-3. They put up another run in the third, 6-3. That score stood for a while, right up until we get 2 runs in the fifth and a third in the sixth. Ended up tying things up at 6 apiece after Parker Winghart, we talked about him all last game, stepped up to the plate and drilled one over the right field fence to tie things up at 6 on a solo home run. Brookings put 4 total runs up in the sixth to take that 9-3 lead. Harrisburg knew the situation going into that seventh. Bottom of the sixth, they put up 3 runs of their own. We're tied at 9 going into the seventh inning. And then nothing happens. Nobody scores in the seventh. Both pitchers come out and put on an amazing performance, and all of a sudden we go to extra innings. And then in the 8th inning of play, this is what happened. RBI single for Breck Hershoff. RBI triple for Parker Winghart. Single for Tate Hembold. It was 3 different guys who all went crazy. Austin Clark was walked to start off the inning. Nolan Miles was walked directly after that. Tate Hembold hit one of them home in the RBI single. Schneider flew out to short after that. There was 1 out on the board and still a couple of runs that they needed to score to get some cushion room. It was Parker Winghart and Breck Hershoff, the 2, who hit those last couple of singles, a triple for Parker Winghart on an RBI to bring it in. 12-9 ended up being the score going into the bottom of the 8th. Stepping up, Tate Larson came in and pitched, Zach Struck came in, finished off the game and pitched for Brookings and absolutely killed it. 3 outs were gotten, and Brookings advanced to championship Saturday. They then just defeated Sioux Falls Post 15 a moment ago, and now they've earned their spot in a rematch game of last night's extra inning thriller. State championship on the line, Braden.
They're one of those middle seeds. They started this game this tournament in a 4-5 matchup, defeated the defending state champions, Rapid City Post 22. It'd be storybook. It'd just be fitting to start your state tournament run defeating the defending state champions and ending it being crowd state champions. But Harrisburg Gold just as hungry, just as fiery, and they want
for their first.
Exactly, they want their first ever state title for Harrisburg Gold out of Post 45. We'll see what these two teams have in store. We'll talk about your lineups, or pitcher preview, some players to watch, and all that and more when we come back here on KYN TV for the 2023 American Legion State Tournament. And make me a liar, Tyler Merriam, as we are going to announce those starting lineups now as we go to Tyler Merriam, the voice of South Dakota State Athletics, announcing the starting lineups for this state championship game.
Features the visiting team in the third base dugout, the Brookings Post 74 Bandits. And the home team in the first base dugout, the Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers Gold. We will introduce first the reserves and then the starters for each team. We begin with the visitors, the Bandits of Brookings Post 74. The reserves, number 6, Addison Running. Number 7, Jack Merritt. Number 10, Sam Johnson. And number 13, David Brink. Now let's meet the starters for Brookings. Leading off, the catcher, number 9, Owen Schneider. Batting second, the pitcher, number 12, Breck Hershoff. Batting third, shortstop, number 2, Parker Winghart. Batting cleanup, first baseman, number 8, Justin Koffel. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 11, Zach Struck. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 14, Nathan Lease. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 3, Austin Clark. Batting 8, second baseman number 5, Nolan Miles. And batting 9th, the left fielder number 1, Tate Helmbolt. Assistant coach, Alec Johnson. Assistant coach, Carter Gordon. And the head coach of the Bandits, Carter Roach. And now, let's meet the home team on the scoreboard. The Tigers Gold of Harrisburg Post 45. Reserves, number 1, Brandon Samonic. Number 2, Braxton Kusler. Number 4, Lincoln McLeod. Number 5, Maddox Platt. Number 6, Lucas Crichton. And number 9, Cade Ramsey. Now let's meet the batting order for the Tigers. Leading off, the shortstop, number 3, Palmer Boyd. Batting second, the catcher, number 13, Max Carlson. Batting third, right fielder, number 15, Tegan Luntz. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 17, Maddox Shear. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 16, Noah Boucher. Batting sixth, the batting hitter, number 10, Jack Riley. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 11, Tate Nelson. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 18, Carter Kaufman. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 8, Cohen Cook. The pitcher, number 12, Eli Kilken. Assistant coaches, Kate Kogel and Lincoln Carlson. And the head coach of Harrisburg, Jake Adams. The umpires for the state championship game. Behind the plate, Brian Wedham. At first base, Steve Creer. At second, John Whitcraft. And at third, John Thayer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors, to be followed by the performance of our national anthem. After the colors have been retired, we will then have the reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. And we'll remind everyone to please remain standing and honor the colors until they have been retired. Presenting the colors, a combination of Yankton VFW Post 791 and Yankton American Legion Post 12. And now the Star-Spangled Banner. And now to recite the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship, the chairman of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, Mr. Dan Sutback.
Okay, I want to congratulate coaches, teams on making it to your state championship final. So, good luck to the best of you, and whoever wins this, of course, knows you go on to Rapid City and play another 5 days. So, good luck to you. Please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul. Clean mind. Nothing wrong. Gentlemen, good luck. Let's play ball.
And with that, we are ready to go here in Yankton. The 2023 American Legion State Baseball Championship game between Harrisburg Gold, post 45, and the Brookings Bandits, post 74. These two teams have been ready to go for a while now. Brookings more so for about half an hour. Harrisburg knew they were playing at this time today. Brookings did not know originally if they would even make it to game 2. They had the confidence, but they did not have the confirmation until they got that victory over Sioux Falls East just over 35 minutes ago. That game ended. That's how quick a turnaround it has been for Brookings. So we take a look at who's on the mound and some starting lineups for both of these things. I'm Braden Butler, or for both these teams, excuse me. I'm Braden Butler, joined by Tell Tanner. Tell, who we got on the mound starting for Harrisburg Gold as they're taking the field, and how are they lining up?
Eli Kokenge going to be on the mound here for game 1. Kokenge was marched out there for the first game of this tournament. Their ace, 7 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched, had 6 hits allowed, but only 2 runs in that ball game. Go through the rest of the outfield here for Harrisburg Gold. First off, behind home plate is Max Carlson. At first is Carter Hoffman. Over in second base is Noah Boucher. Maddox Shear stands on third. The shortstop today is Palmer Boyd. Left field is covered by Cohen Cook. Tate Larson's got center, and out in right field is Tegan Muntz.
Taking a look across from Harrisburg Gold is the Brookings Bandits. The road team, once again, second time today. Both teams wearing black jerseys. Might get a little confusing, but the gold trim is for Harrisburg and the white trim is for Brookings. Looking at the Brookings batting lineup, how are they going to be sending their guys out here?
As far as I can tell, exact same as game 1 today. We're going to see the exact same lineup. It worked once, maybe it'll work twice. Owen Schneider bats first, then Breck Hershoff, then Parker Wingart, Justin Koffel, Zach Struck, Nathan Lee 6, Austin Clark 7, then Nolan Miles and Tate Helmbolt will finish things off as the 9-batter.
And going through that lineup, I think the only change that has been made is Austin Clark moving out into the field. Of course, he pitched game 1, pitched very well in game 1. Still getting the last couple warm-up pitches here for Eli Kokenge on the mound. Throw down from the catcher, and we are ready to get going. Stepping into the batter's box to lead this game off for the Brookings Bandits, post 74, Owen Schneider, the catcher. See what he has in store here. Had a single in game 1, but went 1 for 4. Trying to flip the script on that one. So we head to game 2. Getting through the last little bit of pomp and circumstance here. I'd like to remind you this broadcast is brought to you by Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Yankton Thrive is your one source and resource for all businesses. Swing and a miss, strike 1 from Owen Schneider. Kokenge gets it started with a strike. And for more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Kokenge certainly may be this team's ace. He has been solid all season long. We saw last night in the game against Brookings, Harrisburg Gold did everything they could to keep him from seeing action.
Two-hopper back up the middle, fielded at shortstop, pulls Palmer Boyd off the bag, the throw by Palmer Boyd pulls the first baseman off the bag. It looks like Owen Schneider is going to be safe at first as an errant throw from Boyd at short pulls Carter Hoffman down the first base line towards home plate.
Well, a good play from Brookings to start things off, getting a man on base. But talk about Eli Kokenge again. There were 5 different Harrisburg Gold players who stepped on the mound last night. Boyd, Cook, Crichton, Weiser, and Larson. They were doing everything they could to keep Kokenge off the mound specifically for this moment. They wanted him today.
Exactly, and that's exactly who you want on the mound for Harrisburg Gold. The only Downside to that, they had to use all those pitchers last night. They had, coming into today, the most pitchers ineligible with 5 total. We'll give you those names as soon as this at-bat is finished. It's an 0-1 count. This one on the ground, down third base line, out of play, foul ball. Is Breck Hershoff at the plate. He will be pitching in this game for Brookings. Parker Winghart on deck rounds out the 3-batter minimum. Justin Koffel is waiting in the wings as he is in the hole. An 0-2 situation for Kokenge on the mound. Comes set. Runner taking a decent lead from first. Nothing too serious. This one's popped up out of play over the press box. We'll go again.
Surviving in at-bats is going to go a long way in a state championship game. You got an 0-2 count, stay alive.
See what Hershoff does to stay alive in this 0-2 as Kokenge gets a call he likes from his catcher Carlson. Comes set on the mound, now kicks and deals. This one fired into the netting in front of the first base dugout, or just to the side of the first base dugout, excuse me. It was a hard hit ball. Get the head of the bat around a little earlier, straighten that out. It could be a base hit. Oh, 2 count here for Kokenge to Hershoff. Hershoff gets a piece of it, pops it up in foul territory down the first base line. Just out of play. That's going to land in the concourse area. That's going to be a free $1 bill for whichever fan brings it back.
There's already a couple of kids chasing it down.
They don't fully understand inflation, but they will when they understand why I'm excited about that dollar. 0-2 count now. It remains, to Hershoff. Kokenge throws to Hershoff on the ground. Another chopper to Palmer Boyd. Flips it over to second base. Gets there in time. Try to turn 2. Not there in time. They get the lead runner. It's a 6-4 fielder's choice. And Hershoff takes Schneider's place at first base while Schneider is out and goes to the bench.
Well, with that at-bat finish, let's go over the pitchers who are ineligible for today's action. For Harrisburg, it is Boyd, Plack, Kusser, Cook, and Crichton. For Brookings, Lease, Schneider, Miles, and Struck are all ineligible to pitch today.
And Austin Clark joins them as he started the game this morning. Each team has 5 pitchers, 5 arms that are ineligible coming into this ball game. Kokenge misses high and outside. Ball 1 to Parker Winghart. Got the Barry Bonds treatment in game 1. He deserves it with how hot he's been in this tournament. Was intentionally walked, the first intentional walk we saw in the state tournament. 1-0 pitch to Winghart. He sends this one on the ground. Palmer Boyd been busy at short. Another flip over to second base in there in time for out number 2, but Winghart is going to get down the first base line safely. Another 6-4 fielder's choice.
2 down in the inning already for Harrisburg Gold, picking up right where they left off throughout this tournament. They have been solid. The only loss they had was last night against this Brookings team, 12-9. As they were trying to keep Eli Kokenge from stepping on the mound, saving him for this game.
Think about the Harrisburg pitching and defense as the first pitch from Kokenge is in there for strike 1 to Justin Koffel. Before that game last night against Brookings, where they gave up 12 runs to the Brookings Post 74 Bandits, the most runs they'd allowed in a game before that was 4 to Yankton in that game where they ended up winning 16-4 over Post 12. 0-1 in there for a strike from Kokenge. Koffel finds himself in an 0-2 hole. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. There is a runner on first base, Parker Winghart. Back-to-back fielders' choices have just replaced runners at first base so far for Brookings. Kokenge comes set. Brings the glove up to his face. Keeps it high during his motion. That one low and away, though, ball 1.
Koffel has 10 runs and 3 RBIs coming into today for this Brookings team.
He's shown the ability to find the gap so far in this tournament. If he does, Winghart has wheels. He can get around the bases if he gets sent with 2 down in the inning. Pitch to Koffel, 1-2, runner goes. This one down the third base line, foul ball.
Right as you said that, Winghart takes off for second. He was trying to steal there no matter what.
Brookings has been fairly aggressive on the base paths. Parker Winghart, chief among them. It's a 1-2 count. It remains for Kokenge. To Koffel. Zach Struck on deck if it gets to him. Another dribbler down to the pitcher. Kokenge fields it, tries to fire to first base, gets there just in the nick of time. Kokenge and Hoffman hook up to end the first inning. 4 batters come to the plate, 1 runner is stranded, no runs come across. It's 0-0. We go to the Harrisburg Post 45 Gold Bats when we come back. This is the 2023 American Legion State Championship game between Harrisburg and Brookings here on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. This is Tell Tanner. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Welcome back in here, KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. This is Tell Tanner. Brookings Post 74 didn't put any runs up in the first inning, so we go to the bottom of the first. They're out in the field. Harrisburg Gold up to bat. How are they lining up out in the field for Brookings, Tell Tanner?
Well, we'll go over it. Breck Hershoff, once again, the man on the mound here for the first inning. Owen Schneider will be behind home plate. Justin Koffel on first. Nolan Miles playing second today. Nathan Lease on third. The shortstop is Parker Wingard. Left field is Tate Hembold. Austin Clark will stand in center. And in right field is Zach Struck.
Harrisburg Gold coming to the plate to start here. It looks like they're going to be getting going before we can get their full lineup in. Give me the first 3 names on that list, the 3-batter minimum, and we'll go over the rest as we go along.
Palmer Boyd will be leading off, batting. Max Carlson on deck. Tegan Muntz in the hole.
There's your 3-batter minimum. We'll get more names as they come along for the Harrisburg Gold lineup. First pitch from Hershoff is popped up, out of play. We can keep going now as well as any break between pitches.
Maddox Shear will be fourth.
We'll get 1 per pitch. Those are the rules. That one's a ball inside, so 1-1 count.
All right, Noah Boucher is going to be 5 as well. I want to go an extra one. I'm feeling spicy. Jack Riley, the designated hitter, will bat 6 as well.
We can finish him out after this pitch. That one low and away, another ball.
Tate Larson batting 7th, Carter Hoffman 8, and Cohen Cook, the 9-batter. Thank you, Braden.
We try our best up here to bring you exactly what's going on KYN TV. That one low and away, ball 3. Maybe clipped the outside part of the zone, but it was low below the knees. Palmer Boyd in a 3-1 count. He was busy at short, factored into a couple ground outs. This one on the ground to the shortstop, Winghart. One shortstop might ground out to another. Tough throw across the diamond. Palmer Boyd beats it out, though. That was a tough play for Winghart back deep in the hole, moving to his right.
It really was. Like, moving to his right, he fielded that ball cleanly, throwing away, like going across his body all the way back to first base, just to his left, off target, just a touch, in order to pull his man off the base.
No matter how you slice it, Palmer Boyd's on first with a leadoff single to bring up Max Carlson, the catcher. Carlson tries to lay down a bunt, gets underneath of it, pops it up. One catcher almost flies out to another as Owen Schneider makes a sliding attempt at the grab by the Brookings dugout, but can't get there.
It was close. You got to love the effort on that one. Instantly got up, shed the mask, went to his left full speed, slid on the knees to bring it in, just couldn't quite get it in the glove.
Good to see Owen Schneider back out there behind the plate for Brookings. Did take a little bit of a break when he was hit by a pitch as the catcher. If I remember correctly, it was foul tipped or not, I can't remember, but he did take a pitch off of the thigh, inner thigh area. It'd take a moment to recuperate before getting back out there. Good to see he's all right. 1-1 count now. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Max Carlson. Tegan Muntz is on deck. Runner on first is Palmer Boyd with the leadoff single. Breck Hershoff going to work on the mound. He leads in the count 1-2, trying to get a punch out here. First out of the inning potentially. Runner goes to second. That's Boyd. He's on his way down. Throw down from Schneider. Pulls the second baseman off the bag. Palmer Boyd, head first slide, is in there safely with a stolen base.
That was a great read by Boyd there, realizing what he had and taking off the moment he had it. Gets to second, beats the throw, and now he's in scoring position with no outs on the board.
That ball missed as well, so it's a 2-2 count with a runner in scoring position for Carlson. He sends this one out to center field. Giving chase is the center fielder for Brookings. Boyd is tagging at second. He's going to take off for third. Throw in. It's going to be cut off by Winghart. No throw, no play at third. Palmer Boyd advances on the sacrifice. Good play out in center, though, by Austin Clark, tracking that ball down and getting it in.
One down in the inning, 0-0 ball game here in the first. That's going to bring up Tegan Muntz. Tegan Muntz batting .278, 5 of 18 at the plate today with 5 hits, or in this tournament. 2 RBIs, 5 runs he has scored.
Checks his swing on the first one, does Muntz. They appeal down to the first base umpire, and they say no, he did not go around. Muntz now leads in the count 1-0. Maddox Shear on deck, Noah Boucher in the hole, only one down in the inning with the runner on third. This is the first run of the game potentially on third. Takes that one in the zone for strike one, does Muntz. Hershoff working out of the windup again with the runner on third. This one, contact made by Muntz, but he sends that one back up and out of play.
Tegan Muntz in last night's game against Brookings had 2 singles, one of them for an RBI, 2 strikeouts as well.
Well, 500 day at the plate yesterday, nothing too shabby. Trying to improve on that or replicate it today. This one down third base line. Caught in the third base coaching box by Harrisburg Tigers head coach.
Them coaches make really good plays at that third base box there.
They make better plays with their bare hands than I ever made with a glove in my hand. I digress. I've said for a long time now, there's a reason I'm commentating baseball and not playing it.
Fair enough.
I love sports. Sports didn't love me back. Not the greatest athlete. I digress. It's a 2-2 count here. Hershoff fires it home. That one misses, ball 3. Count goes full. We'll get a payoff pitch to Muntz. Last thing Hershoff wants to do is walk Muntz, put runners at the corners with the 4-5 hitters due up. All the Harrisburg Gold Tigers on the fence right now, cheering on their man at the plate. Muntz gets underneath this one. Shallow infield fly. Looks like Koffel's going to get underneath it. The first baseman, he gloves it for out number 2. Runner stays on third. That's Palmer Boyd. That brings up Maddox Shear.
Koffel throughout this tournament has proved himself to be one of the best first basemen in this tournament. Making play after play, it's rare you see that guy make a mistake out there at first.
He's very good at getting the stretch on. He's got long legs, so he can stretch out for those balls that make it hard across the diamond. We've seen some sensational throws by Winghart deep in the hole at shortstop that only get made because Koffel's able to stretch it first. It's really a 2-man effort on those big plays. First pitch to Maddox Shear was in there for strike 1, so it's an 0-1 count. Shear on the ground to the third baseman, throw across the diamond, going to get there in time, so the runner's going to get stranded at third. Breck Hershoff works out of the inning. We're still tied 0-0 as we head to inning number 2 here in Yankton. I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. Without them, this broadcast wouldn't be possible. Starting with DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. Also, SureCo, a proud supporter of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. We need to be sure, make it SureCo. And lastly, Dakota Archery. If you're visiting the Yankton area, stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. This is the 2023 state title game for American Legion Baseball here in South Dakota. You're watching it on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. He's Tel Tanner. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hydro Extruded Solutions. Hydro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hydro.com.
We are aluminum.
Zach Struck leading off here as we get back, and immediately he sends it on the ground to the shortstop Palmer Boyd. Fires across the diamond, finds Hoffman at first for the first out of the inning. First pitch swinging, and it's an out for Brookings, post 74. Eli Kokenge still on the mound for Harrisburg Gold as we go to the top of the second.
Well, 0-0 ball game after one. Brookings bats trying to get something rolling here. Only 4 runs scored against Sioux Falls East, but that was enough to do it in 7 innings. Before that, Brookings had been on a tear, putting up 12 runs against Harrisburg Gold just last night. 13 against Renner the night before.
Exactly. Brookings' offense has been going sensationally well ever since their loss originally in this tournament. Their first loss of the tournament, Sioux Falls East, 14-4, which they avenged earlier today. Down on the count here is Nathan Lease as he's in an 0-2 hole to Eli Kokenge on the mound. 4 batters came to the plate in the first inning for Brookings. 3 different base runners, but they all reached on fielders' choices or errors, so no official hits. This one back up the middle, that'll be a base hit. First hit of the game for Brookings by Nathan Lease as he's got a 1-out single to bring up Austin Clark. Clark, the pitcher in the last game for Brookings, getting a full range of work today.
Austin Clark next up. 3 of 10 with 3 hits in 10 at-bats. 1 RBI, 1 run. He's been walked 3 times as well.
Shows bunt to the first pitch. Pulls it back. Just missed ball 1. I've seen a couple teams in this state tournament. The most notable was Rapid City Post 22, but a few of these teams like to play small ball. Brookings another one, and they can mesh that well. They've hit the long ball, and they've also played small ball with bunts moving station to station. Clark shows bunt again. That one misses ball 2 as Clark pulls the bat back.
Third baseman Shear was ready for that one, already near the plate by the time it hit the glove of the catcher.
Got to keep the corner infielders on their toes. It's a 2-0 count to Austin Clark. He's in control right now at the plate. We'll see what Kokenge dials up to throw to him. No bunt shown that time, but it misses for ball 3 from Eli Kokenge. He's in danger of walking another batter on. Nolan Miles on deck, Tate Helmbolt in the hole. And that rounds out the batting order for Brookings as it go back to Owen Schneider if it gets past Helmbolt. 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way was Clark. That one's in there for strike 1. Kokenge trying to battle back in this count. He was in a 3-1 hole. Now he's at 3-1. Taking a little lead off first is Nathan Lease. Not getting too big of a gap, though, as he's able to hustle back standing up as the throw over by Eli Kokenge. Not getting too big of a lead at first as Lease, but you don't want him to start if you're Kokenge on the mound. Kokenge comes set. Now fires home, 3-1, misses low and away, ball 4. Take your base, Austin Clark puts 2 on for a post 74 out of Brookings, and it brings Nolan Miles to the dish.
A runner in scoring position with 1 out on the board. Good chance for Brookings here. Last night's game was one of those that 1 run was not going to do it. 12-9 was the final. 21 combined runs. This game, I don't expect to see the same. Both ace pitchers are on the mound. This is going to be one of those runs where every single pitch is going to matter.
You have to scratch and claw for anything you want to put up on that board. The first pitch misses to Miles for ball 1. Kokenge was smooth sailing through the first 5 batters, then a single by Nathan Lease on the 6th hole, walked Austin Clark. And now this one into right field for a base hit for Nolan Miles. Turning at third is Nathan Lease. We got our first run of the ball game for post 74. Brookings leads. The ball gets back in. The runner going to be caught between second and third. Nolan Miles didn't think the runner was at third, but in the confusion, the runner advances from third to home, Austin Clark. 2 runs are going to score in the melee. So chaotic, I lost track of the ball at one point trying to get it all in. A mistake somehow still yields a run for Nolan Miles as he's taken off the base paths, but 2 runs score. They're going to rule that at least a double to right field and then say he got snagged between the bags.
Yeah, there was definitely some confusion there for the man running ahead of them, Clark, as he was confused whether to go home or not. The third base coach was screaming to round the bases, go home, and eventually did. Ended up giving Miles the hesitation, went back to second instead. Got caught there.
Chaos has ensued here in the state title game, but Brookings leads 2-0 as they come out for better or worse in the lead, despite their runner getting caught between second and third, Nolan Miles. It's a 1-1 count now to Tate Helmbolt. 9-hole hitter on the ground to Palmer Boyd. Shortstop gloves it over to first. In there in time, and that ends the inning, but not before 2 runs come across for Brookings post 74. At least 1 RBI will be attributed to Nolan Miles. I think they're going to say Clark advanced home when they were trying to tag Miles. No matter how you slice it, Brookings leads 2-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. Harrisburg Gold going to try to cut into that deficit when we come back. This is the 2023 American Legion Baseball state title game between Brookings and Harrisburg. I'm Braden Butler. Joining me is Tel Tanner. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new VisitYanktonSD.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to VisitYanktonSD.com for the information you need.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems in North America. With a corporate office in Yankton, South Dakota, 9 service centers, dozens of equipment manufacturers, and hundreds of dealers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our Smart Trailer line. SureCo's Smart Trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. Open your tarp, swing your auger into place, and open your trailer hopper from a single remote. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Welcome back in here at KYN TV. It's the 2023 American Legion State Tournament. It's the championship game. We've covered all 14 games to this point. It all comes down to number 15. Brookings leads 2-0, the number 4 seed over the number 2 seeded Harrisburg Gold. First pitch on the mound from Breck Hershoff, misses inside for ball 1. At the plate is Noah Boucher as he sends this one out to right field. That one is going to drop in the glove of the right fielder for out number 1.
Zach Struck making plays out and right as he has done all tournament long. The outfields for both these two teams are really just phenomenal. You don't see a lot of mistakes for either of the 3 guys on either team.
You don't really see many mistakes in general from either of these teams. You can't make many if you're going to make the state title game. As the designated hitter steps up to the plate, Jack Riley, and he immediately sends this one out to right center field. Austin Clark is there in right center as he gloves it just inside the warning track, out number 2. A couple quick outs here that Brookings has got on Harrisburg.
Very quick 2 up, 2 down.
Brings Tate Larson to the plate, the center fielder.
Tate Larson batting .588 in this tournament, one of the hottest bats out there. 8 runs he's scored, 4 RBIs, 10 hits on 17 at-bats. Only been struck out twice.
He's the guy that Harrisburg wants to start this rally right now. A little early to call it a rally, but at the very least want to cut into this 2-run deficit. You don't want to get too far ahead.
Well, down in an 0-2 hole with 2 outs. Makes it tough here in the bottom of the second. Tough situation for Larson.
Breck Hershoff been dealing on the mound for Brookings, trying to get a punch out. And he gets him looking. Strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. Quick 3 up, 3 down inning for Brookings post 74. They come back with the bats at the top of the 3rd, trying to add to their lead. I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Before we go, including one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. It's Hedro. When you're ready for a break, looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Olson's Pest, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. And Truxedo, they're looking for you to join their production team. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply. Brookings leads 2-0. Eli Kokenge back out on the mound for Harrisburg Gold as Brookings looks to add to their lead. We'll be back here on KYN-TV for the 2023 state title game in 30 seconds.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
Welcome back in here on KYN-TV to the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Fairfield Inn is Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, now open at 21st and Broadway. John Winkler from KCCR and Pierre can attest to that. He was down here helping us out for most of this week. We thank him if he is listening or watching on KYN-TV.
Oh, I miss that guy. He's not here today, but he still helped us out. He got our stats together for us. He did it before we got into the station today, and they were waiting for us, and that was just nice.
He's just a nice guy. Great to be around him this week, get to know him a little better. He definitely was a big help. We're here to start the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch in there for strike 1. Top of the order is up here for Brookings. It's Owen Schneider at the plate, reached on an error in the first inning.
Ended up being out in the next at-bat after a fielder's choice hit by Breck Hershoff. Schneider, a great leadoff man, bunts here.
He lays it down, fielded on the mound by Kokenge as he comes forward for it. It's a 1-3 put out on the bunts. Trying to get the single for Owen Schneider, trying to catch the defense sleeping, but he can't put it in. 1 down now in the inning. That brings up Breck Hershoff.
Hershoff, once again, the man who hit that fielder's choice. He got on base himself. The fielder's choice resulted in Owen Schneider being caught out at second.
And on deck, Parker Winghart also grounded into a fielder's choice last inning. This one sent back up the middle by Hershoff. Diving effort made at short by Palmer Boyd. What a play, saving a surefire single as that was going back up the middle. What a play at short by Boyd. That's 2 down in the inning to bring up Parker Winghart.
Man, looked like an NFL wide receiver out there going horizontal to the ground. Full stretch out for that one. Brings it into the glove. An athletic play from the shortstop.
One of the better plays we've seen it made at short so far this tournament, but we've seen a lot, especially from the man at the plate right now, Parker Winghart. First pitch ball to Winghart, the left-handed hitter. Has drawn the only intentional walk so far in this tournament. We are in the title game. 15 games total now. The 1-0 to Winghart. That one in there. Strike 1, 1-1 now.
Winghart coming into the day batting .429 at 10 RBIs and 8 runs. That's before the earlier game today, where he ended up with an RBI single in, or the 8th. Had an RBI single in the 8th to bring it in. 1 run in. Last game had a triple in the 3rd. They went for an RBI.
Parker Winghart, back-to-back games, has had RBI triples. The only chance he's getting an RBI here would be a home run, but that doesn't stop him from trying to get a triple. 1-1 pitch. Big swing from Winghart.
He's already hit a couple of those this tournament.
Yeah, only 2.
Only 2, casual.
He's the only player in the tournament with multiple home runs, and now being the last game of it. We've seen a lot of home runs in this tournament. We saw 3 on day 1 of game 1. Or game 1 of day 1, excuse me. Flip those words around. 1-2 pitch now from Kokenge. This one driven down the third baseline on the play. Actually, no, that was driven more straight back into the netting as it's going to fall by the on-deck circle for Brookings. 1-2 count it remains to Winghart. Kokenge working out of the windup as he kicks and deals. Winghart takes a big swing, but Kokenge gets him on the punch out. 3 up, 3 down for Brookings post 74. Score line remains the same, 2-0 as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. Harrisburg Gold trying to answer when we return. This is the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Championship matchup between these two teams on KYN-TV in Yankton. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems in North America. With a corporate office in Yankton, South Dakota, 9 service centers, dozens of equipment manufacturers, and hundreds of dealers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our Smart Trailer line. SureCo's Smart Trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. Open your tarp, swing your auger into place, and open your trailer hopper from a single remote. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Welcome back in here on KYN TV. First pitch of the bottom of inning number 3 on the ground to the second baseman. Little flip of the wrist over to the first baseman, Koffel, and that will do it for out number 1. Nolan Miles making the play at second.
That was Carter Hoffman leading off this inning for Harrisburg Gold, and we are now finally going to see the full rotation for the Harrisburg lineup as Cohen Cook steps up to the plate, the 9-batter.
Top of the order, Palmer Boyd is on deck, as you mentioned, Tell. Cohen Cook, his first cuts of this ball game. That first one up and out of play, foul ball. 0-1 count now to Cook. This one from Cook sent out on a line to center field. Austin Clark on the back pedal giving chase. He makes the grab out in straightaway center for out number 2, and that brings up Palmer Boyd, the top of the order.
We've talked about how consistent these outfields are for both of these two teams. You pretty much got to place it right in between them on a drive, or you got to put it over the fence. You float anything into the outfield, it's caught. Just walk back to the dugout, it's done.
It's over. Palmer Boyd at the plate. Had a leadoff single. Since he had that hit, it's been 8 straight outs. Trying not to let it be 9 straight is Palmer Boyd. Trying to replicate his single in the first inning. Stole a base while he was on the base paths, but didn't come around to score. He was stranded. Breck Hershoff, after that opening single, has been dominant on the mound. His count goes 1-1 as he misses off the plate for the ball there. 1-1 pitch from Hershoff sent on a line right at the third baseman. That's going to be gloved for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Harrisburg Gold as that ends inning number 3 here in Yankton. This is the 2023 state championship game for American Legion Baseball right here on KYN TV. KYN TV is your exclusive state tournament broadcast destination. Please consider subscribing to the KYN TV YouTube channel to be made aware of whenever we go live for Yankton and Mount Marty athletics. Even if you're not from Yankton, some schools do not have road game coverage, and you're more than welcome to join us on KYN TV. Football, volleyball, soccer, basketball, and baseball, we have you covered on Yankton's home stream, KYN TV. We'd also like to thank First Dakota National Bank. Great banking is built on trust, and trust takes time. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. First Dakota National Bank. I'm Braden Butler. Joining me is Tell Tanner. We go to inning number 4 here in Yankton for the 2023 state title game between Harrisburg and Brookings. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
Justin Koffel leading off the inning for Brookings as we come back here. They have a 2-0 lead due to the Brookings Bandits out of post 74. First pitch swinging from Koffel. It's going to be a foul ball, though, down the first base line out of play.
That went toward the parking lot. Now, whose windshield did that one go through?
I think we all rode in the company vehicle today, so I hope not ours. Josh drove himself. I'm being told it's Josh's car.
Not actually.
That one low and away, ball one. Not actually. I hope it doesn't hit anybody's car, whether we know them or not out in the parking lot.
We did have the reason we keep making this joke throughout this tournament is because we had a windshield get destroyed by a foul ball. What was it, last year or 2 years ago here at Riverside?
First day here at the station.
Josh Bolter says it was his very first day here at the station, so it was his fault.
Josh wasn't here for that game, I don't think.
He was here.
He was here. It was his fault. He did it. Let's run that by the man in charge. 1-2 pitch for Koffel. He's going to send this one on a rope to left field or base hit. Justin Koffel gets on base to start this inning. Brookings leads 2-0. Zach Struck up to the plate trying to add to that advantage. They want to win their first state title since 2012 and their second overall.
This has been pretty much a pitcher's duel so far. Game is moving fast, only 2:11 p.m. We've been going for just over a half an hour. We're already in the fourth.
That first pitch was scheduled for 1:30. After the pomp and circumstance, it was closer to 1:35. Bunt trying to be laid down here, but he's going to pop it up to the catcher, Carlson, as Zach Struck is retired on that pop out. Nathan Lease, the third baseman, comes to the plate. He ended the last half inning out in the field, did Lease, as he caught a line drive right at him.
Lease had a single last time he stepped up to the plate.
Was the first official hit of the ball game for Brookings as well. They got 3 total right now. Lease trying to make it 4 as he sends this one out to right center field, giving chase to the center fielder Clark. Can he get there in time? He does, working to his left. Good glove, good coverage by Austin Clark out in center field. Forces Justin Koffel to go back to first, and it puts out Nathan Lease for 2 outs in the inning.
I'm telling you, man, put it over the fence or walk back to the dugout. These outfielders for these two teams are just spectacular.
They've come to play. They know the stakes that are on the line. They're not letting the ball get by them if they can help it.
Center fielder number 3, Austin Clark.
Brings up Austin Clark, center fielder. Clark reached on a walk in his first at-bat. This one, first pitch swinging, hits the ground. No, I believe it hit the ground, but the throw over in time. Either way you slice it, there's an out, whether it's an L3 or an L5 or a 5-3 put out. No matter what you do, Clark is out at first base, and that ends the top half of inning number 4. Brookings still leads 2-0 over Harrisburg Gold. Harrisburg, the number 2 overall seed, trying to battle back in this one. We go to the bottom of the 4th. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Championship game on KYN TV in Yankton. I'm Braden Butler, joined by Tal Tanner. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here, KYN TV. First pitch swinging for Max Carlson. Diving stop made by third base by Lease. Throw over, bounces, one hops to Koffel. Not there in time. Bounced off his chest anyway. Wouldn't have completed the play. Max Carlson infield single to open up inning number 4, the bottom of inning number 4, excuse me.
Harrisburg Gold, the home team. That's important here. We just saw it last game. Sioux Falls East was the home team. They had a chance in the bottom of the 7th. The last gasp that did fall 1 run short. Harrisburg Gold down by 2, has that extra half inning should they need it.
Quick 1-0 count here to Tegan Muntz. First pitch to him was a ball from Breck Hershoff. Hershoff, outside of a leadoff single, that was the first hit he's allowed. He had faced 9 straight batters and shut them all out. Not even a base runner allowed over the last 9 batters between those singles. Throw over to first, diving back in time is Carlson. It's a 2-0 count to Tegan Muntz. Two-0 pitch, outside, ball 3. Muntz trying to draw the first walk of the game issued by Hershoff.
Muntz batting .278 this tournament. 5 RBIs and 2 runs, or 5 runs and 2 RBIs.
That one high, ball 4. Muntz will take a free bag, and it puts runners at first and second for Harrisburg. Exactly what they want, down 2-0, trying to battle back.
4th walk of the tournament for Muntz.
And very disciplined as Tegan Muntz. Maddox Shear going to talk to his third base coach. Trying to get an idea of what the game plan is for Harrisburg. Just a simple, what do you want from me, coach? Where do you want me to put it? See if Maddox Shear can put it there. A shot to the gap, or anything that finds space in the outfield could score a run from second, as that's Max Carlson.
It's always impressive how those guys can aim it so well. If I swing at something, I'm happy to hit it.
This one out to deep center field. Ranging back on the warning track is Austin Clark. He gloves it. Runner's going to take off from first and second. Both of them are going to slide in, so we're going to have 2 runners in scoring position for Harrisburg Gold. Deep fly out to center field by Maddox Shear puts 2 in scoring position for Noah Boucher to come to the plate. We're used to seeing runners tag from second to go to third. We've rarely seen runners tag from first to go to second, especially in a play in straightaway center field. Gutsy call by Harrisburg to put 2 in scoring position. They know how dominant Hershoff's been on the mound, and they feel they got him on the back foot here. First pitch in there for a strike to Boucher. It's no 1 count. Second pitch incoming. Boucher sends that one into the netting. Foul ball. That one hitting the nets just to the side of the Harrisburg dugout. They are in the home dugout. Our Harrisburg is the home team in this game. This one, chopper. No, they're going to say it. I believe came off of the leg of Boucher after the foul tip. Hit him while he was still in the batter's box, so it's just a strike. 0-2 count now to Boucher.
Boucher showed the plate discipline last time he was out here, as he does there with a ball on the outside. He was walked twice in the game last night against these guys in Brookings. Had a single in there as well.
Every time I look over at Utel, I'm reminded I need to buy sunglasses. Boucher tries to hold up, and he does in time, showing the discipline once again. It's a 2-2 count now.
Saying you like my shades?
I'm not saying I like them. I just say I'd like a pair.
It's a bright, sunny day out here. Beautiful conditions for baseball, 82 degrees.
I owe Josh Bolter my life. He gave me some shades. Pop up by Boucher. That one's trending back towards our press box. Hits the top of our Fairfield Inn press box. Fairfield Inn is Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, now open at 21st and Broadway, and they are the sponsor of the State Legion Baseball Tournament broadcast booth. 2-2 pitch. Swung on by Boucher, protects on the foul tip. Oh yeah, this is much better. I'm not squinting anymore.
Got to bring shades to the baseball field, man.
I've always thought I look ridiculous with them, but you know, comfort over style, I guess, is the goal here. As that one misses high, ball 3, Boucher. Now works the count back full after being down 0-2.
Well, for those of you who can't see him, let me just say, man's rocking them shades.
Looking ridiculous. 3-2 count. That one finds the zone. He sets Boucher down looking. From 0-2 to 3-2 to a punch out. It was a roller coaster ride for Hershoff on the mound, but he gets the K.
Hershoff still yet to allow a run, and now there's 2 down in the inning. But runners in scoring position, second and third for Harrisburg.
Jack Riley stepping up to the plate, the designated hitter. Flew out to center field in his last at-bat. It's his only at-bat so far this game. This one's sent out to center field, but it's going to be a base hit. 1 run's going to score for Harrisburg Gold. They're going to hold the runner at third. Cut the lead in half, does Harrisburg as Max Carlson crosses home, and that brings Tate Larson to the plate after an RBI single by Jack Riley. Runners at the corners. It's Muntz at third. It's Riley at first. Tate Larson at the plate, struck out in his last at-bat, trying to flip the script here. First pitch inside to Larson, ball 1.
As you said, Larson struck out in his only at-bat so far today. Yesterday had a single and an RBI double.
There's a strike to him there. That game yesterday came against these same Brookings Bandits. Post 74.
The rematch.
That one's in there for strike 2. We've had our share of rematches so far. Brookings got their revenge over Sioux Falls East this morning for a game earlier in this tournament where East 10-run ruled Brookings. Now it's Harrisburg's turn to try to flip the script as they are down 2-1 currently, but that one's in there for strike 3. It's hard to get past Breck Hershoff. 1 run comes across, so the lead only cut down to a single run, but Breck Hershoff works his way out of danger. 2-1 your ball game as we head to the top of inning number 5. I'd like to take this time to thank a couple of our sponsors, including Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Also, DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving to South Dakota from South Dakota. And lastly, SureCo. They're a proud sponsor of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo. Kokenge still out on the mound for Harrisburg Gold as we go to the top of 5. Harrisburg trails 2-1 to Brookings as Post 74 looks to add to their lead. I'm Braden Butler. Next to me is Tell Tanner on the broadcast. You're listening to KYN TV. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Welcome back in here on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. Tell Tanner to my right. Can't see us in the booth, but if you could, that's how we're situated.
He's to my left. That's how that works. Brookings bats upcoming.
I'm proud
Nolan
of you.
Miles going to be first up. He's 8 in the lineup. Tate Humboldt, one of the best 9 batters in the game, on deck. Then we go back to the top of the batting order to start off this 5th inning.
Miles at the plate, as you mentioned, Tell. Thank you. RBI double in his last at-bat. I am very proud of you, knowing your lefts and rights.
I'm very proud of you for this. This is his first championship game in general. I'm very happy for you.
Oh, that's kind of a lie, and I'll explain why after this at-bat.
Yeah, I suppose.
0-1 pitch coming from Kokenge on the mound. This one sent out to right field by Nolan Miles. That's going to be caught out and right for the first out. It's my first professional one. You are correct. Yeah. Back at USD, I had the opportunity through their student radio station to cover the Summit League championship game for women's basketball once. But outside of that, no, you are correct. You're 100% right. Professionally, first championship game. Miles sat down to start this one. That brings up Tate Humboldt. Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. Kokenge working on the mound. Outside of that 2 spot in the 2nd inning, Kokenge has been dealing. That went in there for strike 2. 0-2 count now to Humboldt.
You mentioned Kokenge. He's just been on a tear. Both of these pitchers have. We knew this was going to happen. Both teams played it very well, saving their aces for this specific game. 2-1 in the 5th. It's exactly what we expected.
That one high from Kokenge for ball 1, but this is the tail of the tape. This is the matchup we wanted on the mound with Kokenge and Hershoff, both pitching very well. 2-1 ball game.
And as I said, we're in the 5th. That's only pitch number 49 for Kokenge.
Economical for Kokenge as he gets the punch out there. 2 down now in the inning as he gets Humboldt looking. That brings up the top of the order, Owen Schneider.
Pitcher on the other side of things, Hershoff, he's going to be at pitch number 52 when he comes in at the bottom of this inning, too. They're both just battling back and forth, neither one of them allowing either offense to get much going. 2-1, the score in the 5th.
The way they're being economical with their pitches, maybe they can help me budget my bank account once or twice.
We got them water bills, man.
I make bad financial decisions, Tell. First pitch swinging for Schneider. Gets him for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on its way from Kokenge. That one doesn't get a swing, but same result as it's strike two. It's an 0-2 count now to Owen Schneider, who reached on an error in the first inning and then grounded out to the pitcher Kokenge in the third. It's his first at-bat since. The 0-2 pitch. Low, ball one. A bounce just to the left of the plate, I believe, so it was low and away. Good block behind the plate by Carlson. Nobody on base, so no one wouldn't have done damage if it got by him, but still, good to stay in that routine. Get a little practice in case you need it later. 1-2 coming from Kokenge, gets him swinging, strike three, back-to-back punch-outs in the inning for Eli Kokenge and Harrisburg Gold. They try to cut into this one-run deficit in the bottom of inning number 5. We're getting down the home stretch. We will be crowning a state champion here, it feels like, shortly on KYN TV. He's Del Tanner. I'm Braden Butler. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Championship game on KYN TV in Yankton. Harrisburg trails 2-1 when we come back in 60 seconds.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems in North America. With a corporate office in Yankton, South Dakota, 9 service centers, dozens of equipment manufacturers, and hundreds of dealers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our Smart Trailer line. SureCo's Smart Trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. Open your tarp, swing your auger into place, and open your trailer hopper from a single remote. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Welcome back in here on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. Tell Tanner looking at me upset right now as I made him stop singing the song that's playing as we were coming back.
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, I was trying to make a pun off of it as we came back. Harrisburg needs the Eye of the Tiger right now for post 45.
Come on.
They're also the Harrisburg Tigers, all right? It's fitting.
That's fair.
I digress. Harrisburg Tigers goal at post 45. They trail 2-1 to Brookings in the state title game here. First pitch to Carter Hoffman in there for strike one. Breck Hershoff on the mound. We talked about Eli Kokenge dealing for Harrisburg Gold last inning. Hershoff doing just the same. This one popped up in foul territory. Lease was given chase for a moment, but he realized it's going to be out of play, so he saved his breath.
To show you just how efficient these two pitchers have been, this is the second time we've seen Carter Hoffman. We're in the 5th inning, and we have not gone through the full batting rotation for Harrisburg twice yet.
And we just in the 5th inning went through it twice for Brookings, but Carter Hoffman gets a base hit out to right field. That's going to be a single to lead off this half inning that brings up Cohen Cook.
Actually, in the exact same spot, they both led off with the 8 batter on the second time through the lineup, did these two teams. Harrisburg Gold went 1-2-3. Brookings trying to do the same here.
That is, dare I say, spooky of a coincidence, but you are correct. Both these pitchers have been absolutely amazing on the mound. Dominant, to say the least. First pitch misses from Hershoff, ball 1. Trying to battle back after giving up that single. Be the 4th hit of the game for Harrisburg. 3 on the board for Brookings as they lead 2-1. This one popped up over our press box and out of play.
We're really getting into crunch time on this one. We talked about it in Game 1 of Championship Saturday today. Sioux Falls East, by the time the 5th, 6th inning rolled around, they really needed to get something going and just fell short. It was in the 7th when they finally got a run to score.
This one's sent out to center field. Center fielder working his way underneath of it, though, and he will glove it for the out. That's Austin Clark out in center. He throws it back in. 1 down in the inning. Runner remains at first, Carter Hoffman, as that brings up Palmer Boyd, the leadoff hitter and the shortstop.
Kind of want to just call Cohen Cook Mr. Sit Down right now. Anytime any ball flies his way, that guy's walking to the dugout.
This one hard shot to the shortstop. Winghart trying to turn 2. They get 1 at second. Can they get 2? They do. 6-4-3. Turn that double play. Brookings post 74 continues to hold on to their 2-1 lead. We head to the top of inning number 6. What a play by Winghart at short to get that thing started. Second baseman Nolan Miles was in there as well, getting it to first Justin Koffel. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning.
And once again, 1-2-3. Both teams go 1-2-3 in the 5th. Both teams will go to the 6th with their second batter in the lineup making his 3rd appearance. This is eerie how similar this has gone so far. Both teams just cooking.
This is going to come down to the wire in a 1-run ball game, and we wouldn't have it any other way for the state championship. Quick thank you to Dakota Archery for supporting this broadcast. If you're visiting the Yankton area, stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. I'm Braden Butler. Next to me, Tel Tanner. 2-1. Brookings leads over Harrisburg. They look to add to that lead when we come back here on KYN TV. It's the American Legion state title game, back in 30 seconds.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Welcome back in here, KYN TV. We go to the top of the 6th. Brookings have at least 2 more innings to try to add to their 2-1 lead. Leading off is Breck Hirschoff, the pitcher, looking to help himself out. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning, lined out to the shortstop in the 3rd. Those are his only 2 at-bats as he leads off the 6th. 1-0 pitch, misses low, ball 2. Parker Winghart on deck, Justin Koffel in the hole, your 3-batter minimum for Brookings. I'm Braden Butler, joined by Tel Tanner. Tel, this has just been a defensive pitching duel between Kokenge and Hirschoff on the mound.
We've talked at length about how eerily similar the performance has been for the 2 pitchers for a reason. They are both sitting right around the same number of pitches. Kokenge is at 56 entering this inning. Hirschoff at 58 right now. They're at the exact spot in the lineup. This is batter number 2. Each leadoff will be the 2nd in the lineup, 3rd time through in the 6th.
When you got 2 dominant pitchers on the mound, this is what you end up seeing. Every run matters, and that 2-run top of the 2nd for Brookings looks more and more important as we march towards the finale of this one.
There's really only one difference in this game so far. Harrisburg has 1 error, and that is the difference. 2-1 is the score. Brookings leads.
That one was pounded into the turf by Breck Hirschoff. That was a hard foul ball. Near the Harrisburg dugout is where that ended up. A couple players had a twist out of danger. Hirschoff trying to help himself out here. Give himself a little wiggle room. This one popped up. It's going to be in the infield. First baseman Hoffman getting underneath of it near the first base line. He gloves it out, number 1. Brings up Parker Winghart. Been dominant throughout this tournament. 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd.
We've talked about how good he's been, but right now, defense has been what is good. Anybody who gets on base, that's a win.
They say defense wins championships. Right now, pitching and defense is certainly ringing true for a potential state title run for either of these teams. Brookings holds the slim advantage. Winghart would love to increase the lead right here. He's up 1-0 in the count. Now make it 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Winghart, the shortstop. Justin Koffel on deck. Zach Struck is in the hole if it gets to him. There's already 1 down in the inning. Winghart started to go forward but held up before the bat even really left his shoulder. He was loaded up for that one, high and outside, ball 3. And Winghart, one of the impossible puzzles to solve, it felt like in this tournament. You walk him, he can work his way around the bases and score. You don't walk him, you try to attack him in the zone. He's sent it over the fence a couple times. A couple triples as well. He's up 3-1 in the count. We'll see what Kokenge deals to him. That one's ball outside. Take your base, Parker Winghart. He's on base. That brings up Justin Koffel, who singled in his last at-bat. They came back in the 4th inning. That's the last hit that's been surrendered by Eli Kokenge. 8 straight batters now without a hit.
First baseman number 8.
8 straight. Yes, I am. Numbers are hard, but I counted them right.
For Parker Winghart, I believe that was his 10th walk of this tournament. His 9th was when he was intentionally walked in the game 1 today.
This one foul tipped by Koffel at the plate out of the right-handed batter's box. Referred to it as the Barry Bonds treatment earlier. Parker Winghart's the closest thing so far in this tournament. Not that there really ever will be another Barry Bonds.
The Yankees fan, Josh Bolter, to your left, is seething over there. He's like, Aaron Judge exists, how dare you?
Yeah, Aaron Judge is great. One of the best in the game right now.
I just like making fun of Yankees fans, sorry.
There was a butt coming. But Barry Bonds is the greatest ever and should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. That's a story for another day. We got to focus on the state title game. It's a 2-1 ball game. Eli Kokenge trying to work on the mound. He gets strike 2 there. Koffel down 0-2. Winghart leading off of first. Kokenge towing the rubber. Brookings carries a 2-1 advantage. Trailing in the hit column, but leading in the one that matters. That's runs. Kokenge checks the runner at first. Now comes set. Doesn't take another peek as he fires home. Leaves that one outside for a ball. First ball of the at-bat. Koffel had 1 foot out of the batter's box, getting the call from the third base coach. Winghart taking a lead at first. Takes a few extra steps, doesn't start to go. That one misses ball 2. Koffel started to go around on it, but was able to hold up. You can tell how much he was loaded up on it. When he held up, he almost fell into the plate, into the left-handed batter's box. 2-2's the count. Kokenge leaves that one low. It's a 3-2 count now. Last time we saw, scratch that, I believe it was Hershoff, but last time we saw a pitcher in this game start out up 0-2, go to a full count. The at-bat ended in a strikeout. See what Kokenge has here. And it does end in a strikeout, just catches the outside part of the zone. Koffel thought that was off the plate. He's not going to get the call he wants, though, from the umpire at home plate. That's a strikeout. 2 down in the inning now for Brookings, and it brings up Zach Struck.
Now that's a big call right there. Now 2 down with 1 man on base at first. We were just about to have 1 out in the inning. Runners on first and second. That's a man in scoring position for Brookings. That's a big call there.
It's a big call indeed. We'll see if Brookings can rally. Doesn't get the call they want, but they still lead. You can't let it get in your head. Harrisburg trying their best to keep this a 1-run game. Eli Kokenge, phenomenal on the mound so far outside of that top of the second inning where 2 runs scampered across for Brookings. The 1-0, low and away, gets away from the catcher. Winghart's going to take second. Now that puts the runner in scoring position for Brookings. It's a potential 3-1 lead standing at second base.
Well, you got to be happy for Zach Struck right now. He hasn't been hit by a pitch all day long. He got hit by 3 last night in the same game.
We've seen that a couple times in this tournament where it seems like a guy, maybe they play a little close to the plate and pitchers like to work him inside, so it happens. I remember, I believe it was day 3 of this tournament, Sully Schlimgen from Renner was hit 3 times, played catcher for him for post 307. This one on the ground, foul ball just missing as it was hopping over the first base bag. And it got by the first baseman Hoffman too. That most likely would have scored Winghart from second.
Oh, absolutely. Winghart's got some wheels. He'd have been home in a flash.
They call baseball a game of inches. If that strikeout pitch a few moments ago to Justin Koffel was a few more inches outside, it would have been a ball, and there'd be 2 on right now for Brookings. If that was a few more inches left down the first base line, there'd probably be another run on the board for Brookings. Baseball's a fickle game sometimes. 2-1, chopper to the third baseman. Gloved at third, throw across the diamond to Hoffman. In there in time, and that ends the inning. Runner gets stranded on the base paths, Winghart. As we go to the bottom of inning number 6. 2-1, Brookings leads over Harrisburg Gold. One of these teams will be crowned state champion in just a couple more innings. I want to thank Hedro for making this broadcast possible. They're one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break, looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. 2-1 lead here in the American Legion Baseball state title game on KYN TV. Brookings in control. Harrisburg Gold trying to change that. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Welcome back in KYN TV. We rejoin in a 1-0 count to Max Carlson leading off this half inning. And he's actually going to take first base as we return to action as he's been hit by a pitch. Carlson, 1 for 2 on the day with 2 trips on the bases after that free base on the hit by pitch. He singled in the 4th inning. So I just write down that happened in the 5th inning. This is the 6th here in Yankton. This is the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Championship matchup. Number 2 seeded Harrisburg Gold, number 4 seeded Brookings Post 74. This is a winner-take-all game. That one's in there, strike 1. Breck Hershoff still working on the mound. Outside of a 1-run blemish in the bottom of the 4th, he has maintained control over Harrisburg. Runner goes for second. There's a chopper back up the middle. It eliminates the double play ball, and the ball gets away from the second baseman, Nolan Miles. They got runners on first and second. Tying run on second, leading run on first. And that brings Maddox Shear to the plate.
Well, there it is. I said a little earlier in this broadcast, the difference is 1 error on the board for Harrisburg. Ended up going to a run, 2-1, the score of this ball game. Brookings on top. They just committed their first infield error, and now 2 on base, no outs in the inning. Harrisburg's cooking right now.
Big play here possible for Maddox Shear. Third baseman playing close to that third base line. This one back up the middle. Can it get through? Sliding stop made by Winghart. Ball gets away from him. We're going to have bases loaded. Nobody out, no runs scored, but the bases are juiced for Noah Boucher, the 5-0 hitter.
Here we go. It's time for Harrisburg. Noah Boucher's about to step up to the plate. Bases loaded, no outs. He'll be swinging for the fence.
Slight mound visit here. Catcher Schneider wants to talk to his pitcher Hershoff. As we mentioned, each of these teams have 5 arms on their roster that are ineligible to pitch today because of rest rules in the American Legion State Tournament. The bullpens are thin. The coffers are empty. The well is dry. These 2 pitchers have gone the complete game so far. We'll see what Hershoff has here if he can battle out of this bases loaded scenario. He leaves the first pitch inside, ball 1.
Recap this inning. It started off with Carlson being hit by pitch to go to 1. Tegan Muntz reached on an error, and Shear just hit a single.
That's ball 2 now to Boucher.
Very unclean inning and uncharacteristic inning for Brookings. They're trying to get out of this now.
This one popped up over our press box and out of play. Reminder, this is the Fairfield Inn press box as they sponsor our broadcast booth for this state tournament. Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, now open at 21st and Broadway. It's the Fairfield Inn. That one in there for strike number 2. Counts knotted back up after a foul ball and a strike. Noah Boucher, 2-2 count. As he's at the plate, Jack Riley on deck, Tate Larson in the hole, nobody down in the inning. Hershoff working quickly on the mound. Leaves that one, misses the zone. Ball 3, full count now to Boucher. Crowd is on their feet for both these teams. 3-2 pitch to Boucher on the ground to the shortstop Winghart. He's going to glove it, try to tag the runner going to third. Don't know if we got the call. They do say the runner going to third is out on the tag, plus the throw over to first. It's a double play, a 6-3 double play, but a run does score to tie this game for Harrisburg.
That was big for both teams there. On the one side, Harrisburg did get a run to score. On the other side, bases loaded, you get a double play and sacrifice only one run. That was pretty big for Brookings too. Now we're kind of even. 2-2 the score, 2 down, runner on second base. Now we're back in a fairly normal situation. Brookings has kind of gotten themselves out of that hole, but one run did score to tie it up.
See if a change in the decision can be made here as the umpires are now conferring. It's a 4-man crew today. We've been running 3 or 4-man crews throughout this state tournament, trying to get every angle possible for calls on the field. Looks like nothing's going to change. Crowds for both of these teams have been electric, especially late in this ball game now that it's 2-2. If Hershoff's able to get this out here on Jack Riley, who was an RBI single earlier in this game, he'd love to add another RBI to his total. Going to the 7th, potentially tied. That one foul tip back into the net, back into the backstop. Strike 1. If you're a fan of Brookings or a fan of Harrisburg Gold, you probably would have preferred one of your teams to take the lead and hold it throughout the game. If you're just a fan of baseball, watching here on KYN TV, thank you for joining us. This has been a very entertaining game.
Well, you can say that again. We're in the bottom of the 6th in a tie game. This is a 7-inning ball game here. We're going to go to the 7th here in a couple of minutes in a very close game. Harrisburg still got a chance for some runs here, but it's tied at the moment.
Jack Riley on the ground on the third base line. That's fouled up. Routed up along the road team bullpens. Player for Brookings making the run out to take care of that foul ball is Addison Ronning. One of 4 reserves who were listed on the lineup today. Harrisburg Gold brought 6. That's strike 3. Breck Hershoff, what a play. Slams the bat in frustration for a moment, does Jack Riley. Talks to the home plate umpire a little bit as well, just saying, hey, sorry for that outburst. It won't happen again. No matter how you slice it, though, Breck Hershoff sends us to the 7th inning in a tied ball game. 1 run comes across for Harrisburg Gold. It's 2-2. We go to the top of the 7th. We need to crown a state champion one way or another. This is the American Legion state title game on KYN TV here in Yankton. I'm Braden. He's Tell. This is KYN TV. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in 60 seconds at the top of the 7th.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYN TV. Thank a couple of our sponsors for making this state tournament broadcast possible. Olson's Pest, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. And Truxedo, they're looking for you to join their production team. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply. I'm Braden Butler. I'm joined by Tell Tanner. We're 2-2 in the top of the 7th. What a game this has been, Tell.
What a game. 2 runs scored for Brookings in the 2nd inning. They had led all the way until the bottom of the 6th when 1 run came in for Harrisburg Gold. Tied going into the 7th inning, the final frame. Can you ask for anything better?
Nathan Lease at the plate. Who's going to play hero for both these teams? Grounded to the third baseman. It's gloved at third. Throw across the diamond in there in time. 1 third baseman grounds out to another as Maddox Shear makes the play.
At this point, tie game in the 7th, you just got to stick with what you know. You got to stick with the basics. For plays like that, it's so easy to mess them up, throwing from third to first. Just keep your emotions under control, keep your head around you, and don't let the lights get too big in this moment.
Lights aren't on, but they're still so bright here in Yankton. First pitch inside, catches the inside part of the zone, strike 1 to Austin Clark. 0 for 1 on the day for Clark. It's his third trip to the plate. He walked in the second, grounded out to the third baseman in the fourth. It's been a busy day at third as well for Maddox Shear. This one on the ground to the shortstop, gloved at short by Palmer Boyd. Fires across the diamond in there in time. 2 up, 2 down, brings up Nolan Miles.
Solid infield work for the 2-seed Harrisburg Gold so far in this inning. As you said, 2 up, 2 down, both grounders, 1 to third, 1 to short. Kokenge has pitched the entire way through. He's only on pitch 78. God, these pitchers have just been amazing.
They've both been very economical with their pitches, and they've both been dominant on the mound. Kokenge would love to send Harrisburg Gold to the bottom of the 7th in a tied game where their bats can control their own destiny. First pitch to Nolan Miles on its way, swung on. They appeal down. He did go around as he tried to check. It's an 0-1 count. Eli Kokenge still at work on the mound. 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped back into the backstop by Miles. It's an 0-2 count. Or potentially 1 strike away from heading to the bottom of the 7th in a tied ball game. The 0-2 pitch. Kokenge making Miles wait at the plate, making us wait in the booth. 0-2 on its way, foul tipped into the netting. We could do it again. 0-2 still it remains. Take one of our sponsors, Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. 0-2 pitch on its way from Kokenge. This one swung on again. Another foul tip. We'll redo it here. Another 0-2 pitch. I'd like to thank DeSmet Farm Mutual Insurance as well. DeSmet Farm Mutual, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. 0-2 pitch from Kokenge. Third time we've had an 0-2 pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Kokenge sets them down. Harrisburg Gold has a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th for their first state title. There's still a long way to go. Someone needs to cross home plate for a victor to be decided in this one. 3 up, 3 down. Harrisburg Gold with a chance to end it in the bottom of the 7th. We go to that after his 60-second break. This is the 2023 state championship game for American Legion Baseball here on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler. He's Tel Tanner. We'll be back in 60.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hydro Extruded Solutions. Hydro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the 2nd largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hydro.com.
We are aluminum.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
First pitch swinging as we come back here on KYN TV. It's Tate Larson at the plate. It's the 7-8-9 hitters, due up. Larson has a pair of strikeouts in this one, trying to change his fate. Any swing of the bat could end this game. That one left outside, ball 1 to Larson. It's a 1-1 count from Hershoff.
This is big for both teams. 7, 8, and 9 are the batters up. Larson has struck out twice so far in this ballgame.
The 1-1 from Hershoff, swung on, foul tip by Larson back into the catcher. This has been a great game. This has been a great tournament. The only shame of this game, Tel Tanner, one of these teams, especially one of these pitchers, has to take a loss. The 1-2 from Hershoff. Outside, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now to Tate Larson. Carter Hoffman on deck, Cohen Cook in the hole. That's your 3-batter minimum. And those are the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Harrisburg. 2-2 pitch to Larson, inside, ball 3. Brookings fans, Brookings coaching staff, not happy with that call inside as a ball.
Yeah, even on the scoreboard, they got to reset a couple of things here. They thought it was something else too. And now I think we just got a warning on the Brookings dugout.
I believe it was the third base umpire, John Thayer, handing out that warning to the Brookings dugout. Brookings head coach Carter Roach. Unhappy about that call. It's a full count pitch inside. It's a ball. If it might have hit Tate Larson as well. No matter how you slice it, it's a first base appearance for Tate Larson. Free bag brings up Carter Hoffman, who singled in his last at-bat. Cohen Cook on deck. Cohen Cook batting out of the 9 spot in the on-deck circle. Keep an eye on him. He has a home run in this tournament. He's shown the pop in the bat to end it with one swing. First pitch to Hoffman, outside, ball 1. Hershoff has been amazing on the mound so far today. Could fatigue starting to be setting in here as he's up near 80 pitches. Runner taking off for second, ball gets away from the catcher, slides in feet first, no throw down. Runner in scoring position, Tate Larson.
So both these pitchers, we've talked about them all game long about how incredible they've been. And both of them had to be, because once again, a lot of pitchers aren't eligible. For Brookings, the list of ineligible pitchers, Lease, Schneider, Miles, and Struck.
And that list was sent to us before the first game, so you can add Austin Clark to that list as well as he pitched game 1.
Absolutely. Clark did Brookings a huge favor by pitching the full game.
Hershoff gets the strike called there. It was a 3-0 count. He needed that one. Don't want to put 2 runners on with Cohen Cook coming to the dish. Hoffman at the plate, the left-handed batter. Singled in his last at-bat. A base hit here could win it. This one, not weak contact made. Infield fly. Going to be caught by the first baseman, Koffel. Runner stays at second. That brings up Cohen Cook.
Cohen Cook steps up, runner in scoring position. One pitch, one swing of the bat could win the state championship right here.
It looks like we're going to have a mound visit here. Don't know if they're going to make a move to bring in a pitcher for Hershoff. We'll wait and see. I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, including SureCo. They're a proud supporter of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo. Dakota Archery. If you're ever visiting the Yankton area, stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Also, Hedro. They're one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break, looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Lastly, Olson's Pest. Your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Big at-bat here for Cohen Cook. One swing could end it if he finds a gap. That runner's scoring from second. First pitch to Cook. He takes it, strike 1 from Hershoff. There's only one down in the inning. Hershoff needs to battle through here if he wants to force extras. Palmer Boyd, the top of the order, is on deck. The 0-1 from Cook, left center field. It's high, it's deep, it's going to drop at the very least. It's going to hit the wall. Coming from second base is Tate Larson, no throw. He slides in anyway. Harrisburg Gold, post 45, are your 2023 American Legion Baseball state champions. There's a dog pile near second base as Cohen Cook, the 9-hole hitter, walks him off here in Yankton to be crowned a state champion in a moment that none of these players, none of these fans, none of these coaches will ever forget. The first state title for Harrisburg Gold post 45. I just need a moment to breathe. What a game between these two teams. And like I said, it's a shame that one of them has to fall. Breck Hershoff on the mound gives up the walk-off double. But he was amazing all day long. Both these teams fought hard. Both these teams battled hard. And at the end of the day, Cohen Cook puts his name on the board as a hero. They'll be talking about that man for years to come and his walk-off hit to crown Harrisburg as the state champions.
What a moment here in Yankton. Man, it's been a beautiful tournament. It's a shame one of these two teams had to lose, but Harrisburg Gold, they've been the best team this entire way through. They really did look at the 2-seed coming in, and their road to victory looked like this. They beat Aberdeen in the first game 6-2. Yankton in the next one in high-flying fashion, 16-4 over the host team, defeating the number 1 seed Sioux Falls East in a thriller 3-2 in 7 innings. Next game they fell 12-9 to this team, Brookings. But that win over Sioux Falls East guaranteed them a championship game. They walk into today needing one win, and they get it. What a moment for Harrisburg Gold.
Cohen Cook, the hero, but every player on this Harrisburg Gold lineup deserves respect and credit for what they've done. Eli Kokenge with an amazing day on the mound to keep the game close throughout. Harrisburg's bats came up late. Harrisburg Gold, post 45, your 2023 American Legion Baseball state champions here in South Dakota. We're going to take a quick break here on KYN TV, come back and wrap things up. I need to compose myself before we finish it here from the state tournament. For Tel Tanner, I'm Braden Butler. We'll be back here in about 90 seconds.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need. If you're
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Welcome back in here on KYN TV. I'm Braden Butler, joined by Tel Tanner. We have the Truxedo post-game show. Truxedo is looking for you to join their production team. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply. But before we get into a breakdown, the Harrisburg Gold Tigers post 45 need to be honored for their accomplishment as they are the 2023 state champions. So we turn it over. Dan Sudbeck on the mic right now. Tyler Miriam as well will help present Harrisburg Gold as the state champions.
Most of the time you get into day 5 and 5 and 6 games, they're usually one way or the other. Could be a blowout. This was a tough fought game, and we would like at this time for Brookings to come in and accept the runner-up. We've done away with trophies, we've been going to plaques because they're a lot easier to display. Congratulations, guys. Okay, for our next award, again, a well-deserved champ, Harrisburg. I'm not sure. Have you ever won a state championship in baseball? Okay, well, congratulations. It's your first one. So, please come up and accept your plaque. Okay, now the next thing we do, we give away individual medals to the winning team. Tyler, if you would go ahead and announce the teams, give us a second here to get this open. Okay, go ahead, Tyler, read them off.
All right, for Harrisburg, Post 45, Tigers Gold, in numerical order, number 1, Brandon Ceremonies. Number 2, Braxton Kusler. Number 3, Palmer Boyd. Number 4, Lincoln McLeod. Number 5, Maddox Plack. Number 6, Lucas Crichton. Number 8, Cohen Cook. Number 9, Kay Weiser. Number 10, Jack Riley. Number 11, Tate Larson. Number 12, Eli Koken. Number 13, Max Carlson. Number 15, Tegan Muntz. Number 16, Noah Boucher. Number 17, Maddox Shear. Number 18, Carter Hoffman. Assistant coach, Tate Kogel. Assistant coach, Lincoln Carlson. And the head coach of the Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers Gold, Jake Adams.
Jake, you got boys or anything? After keeping them older guys in order. Okay, a couple more things, and then we'll let the mothers out on the field. Every year, we give away 3 special awards. One is the Sportsmanship Award, we give away a Big Stick Award, and a Tournament MVP. The Porter T. Talcott Sportsmanship Award is selected by the umpires because they are on the field all 15 games with the teams, and it's their selection, and they got some pretty tough criteria once in a while. But anyway, this year's Sportsmanship Award goes to Rapid City Post 22. I don't know if there's anybody here. If not, we'll make sure they get it. Okay. Next award we give away is a Big Stick Award. This is strictly on statistics. You must have 12 official at-bats to qualify for it. What we do is we give away a plaque, we give away a bat that will have the player's name engraved and his average and stuff on it. That'll take probably a month or so to get that. I'll take care of that. We brought a bat along for pictures, if anyone would like to do that. But anyway, our Big Stick winner this year was 6 for 12, batted 500. He had 2 doubles, I think it says here, and 4 RBIs. His name, from Sioux Falls East, Sawyer Culp. Anyone here from Sioux Falls make sure that he gets it. One more thing that we present is every year we have a tournament MVP. This usually boils down to 2 to 3 people all the time, and it's a tough selection. We go through all the stats and try and pick who we think was the best player in this 5 days. This particular individual, per the stats, he was 2 for 4, 2 base on balls. He had two starts on the mound with 2 wins. 12 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 runs, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks. Eli Cokie. Central Plains Regional, which is held in Rapid City. Dang it, I did not have Tyler, would you know who we played? Did you have any information?
Give me a sec.
Yep.
The South Dakota champion Harrisburg will play the Minnesota champion at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday, August the 2nd. Is the 3rd game at 3:30 Mountain Time against the Minnesota champion.
Okay. And for those who maybe weren't here, we did give away a $1,000 scholarship, and he was not always is the player that gets it in the state tournament. This year it just happened to be. The player we gave it to was from Post 307, Tay Heckenleiter. So he was a $1,000 scholarship winner. We could always use more applicants for you upcoming seniors. Make sure you apply next year. So, at that being said, that's all I have. Others, you're welcome to come on the field and snap some pictures.
Well, welcome back in here on KYN TV. Your 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament champions, Harrisburg Gold. Your South Dakota champions for American Legion. They will advance to the Central Plains Regional held out in Rapid City. We'll start with that. There was a lot of announcements made, a lot of awards we'll go over. I know sometimes it's hard to hear over the speakers, so we'll say it all again just in case nobody caught what's going on. But Harrisburg will play August 2nd at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you're Central, 4:30. If you're out on the East Coast watching this, that'd be 5:30. West Coast would be 2:30. I know how my numbers work. Anyway, I know how to tell time.
I'm proud of you for that one.
They will face the Minnesota champion, which from the sounds of it has not officially been crowned yet. So that's how we don't know who exactly they're playing, but they will be the champion of the Minnesota American Legion tournament in the Central Plains Regional out in Rapid City. It'd be hosted by Rapid City Post 22. So Rapid City Post 22 actually has an automatic bid to that. We talked about that earlier on when they were eliminated from the tournament a couple of days ago. Yeah. That'll be a big tournament for all those teams involved.
And bottom line, for the Central Plains Regional, South Dakota will have 2 representatives. First off, this championship, the Harrisburg Gold team will go in Rapid City Post 22. So 2 teams for South Dakota will represent. in Rapid City 22's home stadium, which is just amazing, by the way. One of the best baseball stadiums in the region in general.
It's like a minor league ballpark, and they play
it's
American
amazing.
Legion baseball there. It's
amazing.
When you're a dynasty in South Dakota legend, you are in the lore. I believe it was third most state titles in American Legion in the country. I believe the other two teams were a team from Nashville, and I want to say a team from North Carolina. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wrong multiple times before, and I'm always okay being corrected.
You're never wrong, Braden. Come on.
I'm only wrong when I am, Joe.
That's
all
fair.
right. Anyway, speaking of Rapid City Post 22, we have a couple awards that they gave out during this tournament. And Rapid City Post 22 as a team got
45.
They have 45 state titles. Yes, that is well. They are a ridiculous powerhouse in this great state of South Dakota. But they were also given a sportsmanship award, which was chosen by the umpires of these games. You know, Rapid City Post 22. We heard Coach Drew Lawrence, if you're a Yankton fan, talk about it, where Coach Calvin Torvey carries himself very well as a very trying to find the right words. He's a very good sportsman. Let's put it that way. He's a very good human being. He talks about it in the
players will go the same way.
Make sure his players are the same way. And I can attest to this. I ran into a couple Post 22 kids on my way out of town that night after that game between Rapid City and Yankton. I was still, we just tore down. I was heading out. I stopped at the gas station, and I'm blanking on two of the names, so I apologize to those guys because they were upstanding people. But Hayden Lighty, the pitcher who played Game 1 for Rapid City Post 22, was there as well. And they're very respectful guys. I wish them luck in the Central Plains and everything else. And, they said good luck on the rest of the broadcast, and I hope it all goes well, and they'd be listening. So if they are watching the state tournament game, state title game, thank you guys. You are all great sportsmen, and it shows here as Rapid City Post 22 gets selected as a Sportsmanship Award. Also, the Big Stick Award was given out to the player with the highest batting average, who had a minimum of 12 at-bats, yes. And that was Sioux Falls East Sawyer Tolk, who we talked at length about during the East Brookings game earlier on.
He's good.
He was great all season, all tournament at the shortstop position. Now we get into the big award, the tournament MVP, and of course, it doesn't always end up like this, but this time it did. The tournament MVP is the man who got the win on the mound in the state championship game, Eli Kokenge, for Harrisburg Gold, helping them obtain their first ever state championship for American Legion Baseball. Congratulations to Eli Kokenge as the team MVP. Congratulations to the team, head coach Jake Adams. He's building a good program over there. This was a great season for them. And, all the dynasties start with one championship, so we'll see how Harrisburg Gold can build after their first ever state championship here in 2023.
And a special one for sure. They earned this one. Every step of the way, they were the best team here from the start of it, and they proved it in the end. They win the championship. Eli Kokenge, tournament MVP. 2 games he started, 2 wins for him, and man, did he perform in both of those.
It was funny listening when Dan Sudbeck was announcing who would win tournament MVP. As soon as he said he went 2-0 on the mound, everybody in Harrisburg knew who it was. They started chanting for Eli, and he's more than deserving of the tournament MVP. Congratulations once again to Harrisburg Gold Post 45, and they've wrote their names in the record books. This team, first group of guys in team history to win a state title. Cohen Cook, his walk-off double will live on in history for Harrisburg Gold Post 45, and it will be a memory that he will never forget. And that's the beauty of American Legion Baseball. And at the start of the broadcast, at the start of the first broadcast today, you quoted Moneyball to me, Tell Tanner, and I'm going to quote it again. I don't know how you can't be romantic about baseball.
I don't know, man. Baseball is a great game, a great sport. And for us at KYN TV, this is the last one of the 2023 year. We ain't going to be back until probably February for the start of the college season, and then Yankton High School after that, and before we get back into the American Legion season next summer.
We'll have plenty of baseball for you on KYNT, KYN TV next spring. But thank you for everyone watching, no matter which team you supported or if you're just a fan of baseball, for joining us for 15 games of the 2023 American Legion State Tournament here in Yankton live on KYN TV. For my broadcast partner today, Tell Tanner. For our KYNT sports director and main producer throughout this tournament when he wasn't on play-by-play himself, Bryce Ladwig. Josh Bolter helping on camera. Hope Lesher helped out a little bit. I'm trying to remember all the names as well. She was an audio technician for a few of the games. Trevin Ricklick came down and was a runner for us. John Winkler making the trip from Pier, doing stuff for us as well. It really took a village to put all this together.
Shout out Tyler Merriam as well. Helped us out, the PA guy here. He was running lineup cards for us the whole time, helping us with pronunciations. Man knows what he's doing, and he's really good at it.
As a former University of South Dakota student, He's all right for a jackrabbit. That's all right. Thank you again for everybody listening. I'm Braden Butler. This has been Tell Tanner, and this has been the 2023 American Legion State Tournament on KYN TV. Harrisburg Gold take their first ever state championship in a thrilling finale on a walk-off double from Cohen Cook. Until next time, stay safe, be good people. Thank you all for joining us. We are signing off from the American Legion State Tournament in Yankton. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for watching KYN TV's coverage of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Be sure to tune in to the next game from Riverside Field.
Hi, my name is Paula.
Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson.
Hey, my name is Cy Williams.
I am extrusion supervisor. I've been working at Hedro for about 10 years now. The reason I like working at Hedro is for the challenges and the opportunities to step up. I first started off in packing, and I was able to move myself up within the first 5 years. I believe it's a great place to work at.
I've been working here since 2011. I really like working for this company here. The department I work in here is dye repair. I've been a dye corrector for like maybe 4.5 years. I love it. I love the people. When we work here, we work safe. We work together as a unit.
I work here at Hedro approximately 4 months now. I am the plant machinist. Everybody I work with is fantastic. Total mutual respect with all the employees around here. A lot of people are 45-year employees, so to have a company with that many people that are 20, 30, and 40 years, they have to be doing something right.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems. With a corporate office in Yankton and 9 service centers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our smart trailer line. SureCo's smart trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites?
Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.